because to do other certain things, you have to have another type of juicer. So, but the more I learned, the more I realized to heal our bodies from those particular diseases, and really all diseases, I really needed to get a lot of the macro and micronutrients. And because of our soils are so depleted that it's not really even in our foods in the amount that it should be. So it makes it really hard to get what we need. For example, like for me to get the same nutrition from one orange that my grandparents did, I would have to eat 16 oranges. That's kind of shocking. So I found that, like I said, I really didn't get the results that I had hoped for. And as a mother, you know, it's important for all of us to work towards our health, but I really was aware of how important it was for me to be healthy as I could be, to have healthy babies. So when a friend kind of mentioned Juice Plus and told me just a little bit about it, I was really interested because some of the stories she told me were actually shocking. But that here you could just really easily get 30 fruits, berries, and veggies a day. Mm-hmm. So I kind of started looking into it, and that became my next research project. And I was just really excited about what I've learned, and I'm still excited. So that's kind of what led me to Juice Plus. But so
that's so cool.
I can introduce you, Sandy.
Sure.
And you guys are probably wondering who she is. So Sandy is my friend, and I'm very happy to have her with us today. I met her through a mutual friend, and it took us like 5 minutes to realize we had a lot in common, mm-hmm. A lot of similar interests. She's been with the Juice Plus company for 10 years, and she's not only experiencing the health benefits of whole food nutrition, but she's also helped many people along the way. She has a great story of how Juice Plus has allowed her to create and live a new normal of health with less financial stress. After years of sharing our mission of inspiring healthy living, she and her husband Lee believe in paying it forward to help others. So she's our go-to person and our expert on all products and in helping others to succeed and getting the word out as well. Sandy believes our health is our wealth, and she loves helping people take control of their lives. She is my friend and my mentor, and I love learning through her and the positive culture of health, hope, and education that I'm receiving through Sandy and the Juice Plus company. So it's been a real blessing to me just to know her. So
I am really glad to be able to do this. It was really fun. We, like she said, we met through a mutual friend, and we actually met on the phone because this friend said that Elizabeth wanted to learn more about Juice Plus, and would I answer some of her questions? And seriously, we talked for just a few minutes, and I'm like, oh my gosh, she actually gets this. And you could tell that she had done her homework on nutrition because just all the stuff she was saying, it's exactly right. I mean, when she talked about juicing and it being, it's a hassle and it's a mess and it's super expensive, and then you can't even get the variety that you need. So it was really cool to talk with her. And it was very exciting to me to hear somebody who gets it and for whom nutrition is very important, because that's what we're after. Nutrition is important whether people know it or not, but the people that do know it, like we do, it's our responsibility to be educating the ones who don't, because people are literally dying from lack of information. Some people just don't know. And you're in the grocery store and you see carts full of processed food, and I just sometimes want to run after them and go, do you know you're poisoning your child? They don't know. They don't know. And you may be on this call and you don't know how important nutrition is to your health, because generally the doctors don't tell us the connection between nutrition and disease. So that's what we're all about. We are all about hope and educating and trying to get families healthy. So I'm going to mute everybody except for the ones who are actually talking. And then I am going to, there. Whoops. Sorry, I'm new at this business. We are recording this call, and I hope that comes out okay, so that the ones who couldn't make it can possibly see that. They won't obviously have the ability to ask questions and get them answered, but at least they might be able to hear some of the information. I promise I will try to respect your time and make this brief. I'm here to ask for your support for Elizabeth as she begins sharing Juice Plus with the people that she loves and cares about. And I know that she's already been doing that some, but we wanted to kind of get it, get that message out in a little bit bigger way. I hope that this makes sense to you like it did to us. We work as a team, so that's why I'm helping her. This is a mission, actually, to help families get healthier. We're making a big difference in our world. We provide high-quality education about the importance of whole food nutrition. Vitamins do not work in your body like whole food does. I'll give you an example. There are 5.7 milligrams of vitamin C in an apple. And that sounds like nothing because you're used to like 1,500 milligram supplements, right? So 5.7 milligrams sounds like nothing, but it actually takes a 1,500 milligram supplement to equal in your body what gets absorbed by just one apple, the 5.7 milligrams. So the food has synergy. They work together, and vitamins don't have that. So that's what whole food nutrition is. And we provide this education through Facebook events, live seminars, conference calls, and we also provide convenient options to add more fruits and veggies and berries to your diet through Juice Plus products, and also a fun way to grow your own produce. If you're one who likes to be in control of where your produce comes from and how it was grown and what's been sprayed on it, you'll want to check out the Tower Garden. It's just the coolest thing. So I started with Juice Plus 10 years ago. And the reasoning behind that, our son was having seizures. He was having electrical shocks in his brain once per second, 24/7. And he was on the ketogenic diet for seizure control. He was on multiple medications, but he was still having seizures, and he was still having all these crazy electrical shocks in his brain. And when he started on Juice Plus, we found out about it through his school. He went to the Nicholas School, which is a special school for neurological development. And when he started on Juice Plus, those seizures stopped. And
Wow.
the light bulb just started coming on. And it was just amazing. We were getting our son back. And I'm a really skeptical person.
Mm-hmm.
You really need to prove stuff to me. And so after about 3 weeks, I was seeing a big difference. And I said, nah, there's no way. I mean, come on, 3 weeks on these little capsules. But it was true. And the more time went on, I was like, nothing else had changed. Nothing else had changed. This diet, I used to have to calculate the meals on a computer program and weigh every single thing he consumed, accurate to the 10th of a gram. That's like 2 drops of cream. And nothing had changed. He was eating the same exact amount of protein, carbohydrate, and fat. He was taking the same meds. He was getting the same amount of water. He was getting the same amount of sleep. The only thing we changed was to add Juice Plus. And it was an amazing difference. So after about 3 months, I said, okay, if it's going to do this kind of healing in a child with brain damage, it's going to do that kind of healing in the rest of us too. So I wanted to put my whole family on it. So I called Carolyn, the one who had told me about Juice Plus, and I said, is there a way I can get this at a better price? Because I really want to put my whole family on this. And so she showed me the marketing plan. And, I have 5 kids. I homeschooled them, except for Joey at that time, but that was only for 2 years. I didn't need another thing to do. And I said, I'll really have to talk to my husband about it. And he took a look at it and he said, I think you should do it. I said, you do? Are you kidding? He said, no, you. If something works, you tell everybody. You may as well get paid for it. And he was totally right. I mean, I was one who would just help everybody with stuff. I already was helping people with nutrition. I was spending hours a day helping moms with the ketogenic diet, but I didn't get paid for that. So I love to help people, and especially with nutrition. And so that's why I became a rep. But the more I looked into the company and the more I looked into the product and the research is absolutely amazing. And there is no other product like this in the world. If you ask Siri, what is the most researched nutritional product? She'll tell you it's Juice Plus. So it's kind of cool. Let's see. Okay. So what is Juice Plus exactly? Juice Plus is whole food. It's the peels, the leaves, the stems, the seeds, everything you can do in there, which is very important because sometimes a lot of the nutrition, like for instance, in an orange, 80% of the nutrition, the vitamin C of an orange, is in the peel. And I don't know about you, but I don't eat orange peels. So it's very important that you get that. It's fruits, vegetables, and berries in capsules or gummies. And it's backed by 25 plus years of independent third-party research, including 38 published studies and counting. All the products are non-GMO. They're gluten-free. They don't have any contaminants, no pesticides, no herbicides. And it's actually the next best thing to eating the actual produce. But we still want our friends to eat real produce too, because more is better. But this really does make up the gap between what you know you should do and what you're actually able to do. This provides the benefits of juicing in an easy form without the work and the expense and the mess. The current recommendation is to eat 7 to 13 servings of fresh raw fruits and veggies every day, or half our plate at each of 3 meals. Do you know anybody who is able to eat like that? I mean, right? I can't do it. Nobody does. I had a doctor one time say, "Are you kidding me? I'd have to live at a salad bar to do that." So the problem is that most of us can't or don't or won't eat like this on a consistent daily basis. And even if you do, even if you're able to get a lot of that, most of us are not getting a huge variety of it. So this is just made to bridge the gap. We know that what we do eat and what we should eat are 2 very different things. And so this is to bridge the gap between real life and ideal life. And sometimes that gap is more like the Grand Canyon. So this helps a lot. And this company is also committed to making the biggest impact possible so that children between the ages of 4 and 18, as well as full-time college students, can get Juice Plus for free for up to 4 years through the Family Health Study. And this is when an adult sees the value of reducing the risk of disease and wants to experience increased energy and vitality and overall great health. They order the Juice Plus. Their child or grandchild, niece, nephew, friend, whatever, it doesn't have to be a parent, can get it for free for up to 4 years, which is totally amazing. And we also have a new plant-based omega blend. This gives the whole complement of omegas. It's not just omega-3. It's not fish oil. They bypassed the middle fish. They went straight to the things that the fish eat to get it, which is algae. It's algal oil. And they harvest that. And then they avoid the contamination that the fish get contaminated by the other things that they eat and where they are. This is the new omega, if you can see that. That's the omega blend. And it has the 3, 5, 6, 7, and 9. And we need all 5 of those. So most omegas are just omega-3, and that's why this is so cool. It's plant-based, it's non-GMO, it's the way that they make the capsules is really cool. You can see some of the things that are on there: pomegranate, tomato seed, raspberry seed, sea buckthorn berry. I've never heard of that, and you're not going to get it in the store. But they went to those sources to get the best source of these different kinds of omega oils. And then they have a vegetarian, a totally vegan, I want to say it's tapioca starch, the capsule. And then they do this cold fusion thing so that they don't heat the oil, so they're not damaging the oils. Everything this company does that I've seen is like top notch. They want it to be, it's the highest quality product you can get. The other neat thing to know about this is that it's food. It is not even taxed in Ohio because we don't tax food here. So it's food. It has a food label on it. Can you see that? It has a food label on it, like a bag of apples or carrots. And that's extremely important because a lot of the studies show 100% bioavailability. It means your body knows what to do with it. It's not like vitamins that your body doesn't have any clue what to do with. So that's really neat. The other product that we have is called Complete. It is a totally bioavailable, balanced meal powder protein drink mix. Provides your body with nutritionally dense whole food sources of low glycemic load, complex carbohydrates. It's plant protein, 8 grams of fiber in every serving. It's 100% plants. It's gluten-free. It's non-GMO. No artificial flavors, colors, or preservatives. It's probably the best tasting protein drink you would ever have. My husband's really, really picky, and he loves it. Has it for breakfast just about every single day. And sometimes for dinner when he doesn't feel like eating other stuff. Most of us drink that for breakfast in the morning or for a quick shake in the afternoon. You don't have to put fruit. What we do in the morning is we throw a bunch of frozen fruit in the Vitamix, dump that in, put some almond milk in, and we have a huge smoothie. But you can just shake it up and go. We also have bars that they're sort of like granola bars. I would say they're a little more dense. They're not as crunchy. They're like chewy granola bars. And those have the plants in them too. So those are excellent. So both the shake mix and the plants are really good. The Tower Garden. The Tower Garden is an aeroponic, hydroponic growing system. They have a large tub at the bottom, and then there's a tower coming up, and the plants, the roots are on the inside, and there's a timer. And in that tank on the bottom is water in a special mineral solution that's extremely complete. It's what the plants need, has an extremely strong cell structure, and there's a timer that bathes the roots. So there's a pump, and it puts the solution up, and then it bathes the roots. And as that comes down, it keeps bathing the roots with that nutrition. 15 minutes on, 15 minutes off. And then those roots also get the air that they need. Did you know that the roots of things need air as well as the water and the nutrients? So anyway, they get the air and the nutrients that they need. And that allows you to grow fresh produce right outside your door or inside, even in the winter, because they have grow lights. There's no dirt. There's no weeding. A lot fewer bugs. And let's see. There's a lot fewer bugs, and the cell structure is just so much stronger than on regular plants. So it's really, really neat. And you can do this 12 months out of the year here. A lot of people just leave their tower gardens inside so that they don't have any of the bug problem. So that's really cool. And Elizabeth can get you information on any of this stuff. All you have to do is ask. So our job is to educate. We really feel a moral obligation. I mean, how could I know what I know and not tell people about this? There are so many people who are, I'm not kidding you, they are dying from lack of information. And when you see what people are buying and you see all these health problems and you know that there's a solution to that, I don't know how you can not share it. So I have to share this because what we have offers hope to people in a time when so many people have lost hope regarding their health or their financial future. That could be you or someone you know. We are a mission-driven company. There's a bunch of helper people in this company, and it's really neat to be involved with. I feel really good being involved with those because we're making a difference in our communities and around the world. So that, in fact, the company's mission statement is to inspire healthy living around the world. So we're always on the lookout for people who want to partner with us in this mission and make a difference in the lives of people they care about. So I don't know about you. It's said that about 80% of people are predominantly visual. So if you process things that way, I'd like to do an exercise here. If you want, you don't have to, but if you want to, close your eyes and imagine a very large room. And now fill that room with everybody you know, people you love, your family and friends, schoolmates, people you work with, people you see day to day, you may not even know their names. Then ask yourself this question. Do you know anyone in that room who would like to be healthier than they are now? It might include yourself or your kids. Would they like their children to be healthier? Do you know anybody who would like their parents or grandparents to be healthier or their family members to live longer? Do you know anybody who would like to lose weight with a healthy lifestyle? Not by
Yes.
ads. And I would imagine that you, like me, can see the faces of people that you know and care about. And we all know people who want to experience greater health and vitality, want to live long and die short, want to look better and feel better, and they want that for their family and friends. Now, look at those same people. Do you see anybody in that room who would want or need extra income? Doesn't like their occupation or their boss or coworkers? They want to ditch traffic and alarm clocks and work from home? Do you know anybody who might like to earn an extra $300, $500, or $1,000 a month or more? Or they want more holidays, or they love to travel? Anybody who needs to pay off their debt, student loans, credit cards? Do you see any moms in that room who would like to stay home with their children? I imagine that you might be seeing the faces of people you know and love, just like I have. And how many people want things to change in their lives? There are tens of thousands of people who have joined this mission. And I would invite those who want to be a part of making a difference to come alongside us. I'm just inviting you. Elizabeth would love to do this with you. She would love to have you do it with her. So if you answered yes to any of those, these are people that Elizabeth would love to talk to. Any of them, whether it's just your health or you'd like to share that health with others. So you might have some questions and you'd like to learn more. If this is the first time you've heard about Juice Plus, just know that we absolutely love to answer questions. I remember how new these concepts were to me 10 years ago. So sometimes it's a little hard to wrap your brain around the power of fruits and veggies. Feels like it should be more complicated, but it's really not. You might want to get started right away. And while we're not doing any orders off of this call, I'm sure that Elizabeth would love to help you get started if you want to. And you may know some others who would love to hear about this. And we'd appreciate you sharing that information with us. If you're local, we can do salad in a jar party. We can, come to your house and do sort of, a health party is what we do. So, or you may really want to get started on Juice Plus, but say, it's really not in the budget. And you may want to learn how you can pay for your own product like I did. 85% of people who take Juice Plus are just happy customers. And we love that. This is a relationship business. And I love the fact that I get to connect with people all over the place just because of this business. Or you might want to learn more about how you could be part of this mission. And we love that. So we have fun together, and we have an awesome community, and you can be part of it as well. And you can also create a second source of income if you want to. Wherever you are in these options, we honor your decision and appreciate you taking time to support Elizabeth tonight. I am going to turn off the recording here.
Actually, can you leave it on? Carolyn thought it might be nice for questions, and if we talk research.
Sure.
That way for the ones that can't make it.
Yeah.
I think that's a lot of...
yeah, one thing, you guys, I think I really wanted to share a little bit about the research. There is absolutely amazing research on Juice Plus. I'll just tell you one of my favorite studies. Like, it's done at places like Yale and Vanderbilt University and MD Anderson Cancer Treatment Center, Charité Hospital in Berlin, all over the world. And they're extremely respected places that they do this research, and then published in peer-reviewed medical journals that some of them are the premier medical journal, in their field. And some of these are done by the top researchers in their field. So it's absolutely amazing. One of my favorites is a study, I want to say it was University of Maryland. It could be South Carolina, but Maryland. All of these will be hyperlinked on Elizabeth's website, and she can send you that website so you can see. It'll say clinical research. Just click on that tab. But they did baseline levels on everybody. Apparently, your blood vessels constrict and stiffen. They just go down when you eat a high-fat meal. So they wanted to find out what effect Juice Plus would have on that. So they did baseline studies on everybody, and then they gave them a very high-fat meal. It was a McDonald's breakfast, over 50 grams of fat. And then they did these measurements again. They did it at half an hour, 1 hour, 2 hours, 3 hours, and 4 hours out. And then they repeated this after 4 weeks. They had one that was a placebo group. They had one that was just taking these two. This is the fruits and the veggies. And then they had one group that was taking all three. That's the fruits, veggies, and berries. And after just 4 weeks, in the group that was taking just the fruits and veggies, there was a 62% reduction in that constriction of blood vessels.
Wow.
2% reduction.
Wow.
But in the ones taking all three, are you ready for this? There was a 98% reduction. So these three things together are amazing. Now, that doesn't mean you're going to go out and eat like, yeah, but when you do, you're covered,
Right.
So it's like, I'm like, you got to be kidding me. The power of fruits and vegetables is just amazing. And we have not realized that. So anyway.
I love that. I love one thing that really stuck out to me, and kind of like I shared a little bit of what brought me to Juice Plus, but the fact that it's bioavailable.
Mm-hmm.
So literally you are flooding your system and your blood with all the nutrients from those fruits, veggies, and berries. That's why it has such a high effect on people's health. And in these studies, it reveals that. So, I mean, you were totally able to utilize all of it. And I think, that is key to it actually being able to do some good. But also we want to talk about the study they did on systemic inflammation. I think that's amazing because all disease stems from inflammation, and you will know the details better, Sandy.
I do. I was just upgrading this thing so that I had more time. So the study on that is one of the studies on that tells about inflammation, because that blood vessels constricting and stiffening and stuff. Mm-hmm. So the other aspect of inflammation that I didn't share was that I found out about 6 months after Joey started taking Juice Plus that inflammation is a huge factor in epilepsy. Now, I said he was having electrical shocks in his brain once per second, day and night. And if you went like this, if you just kept doing this once per second, this would get all red and inflamed, and the same thing happens in your brain. So apparently, apparently when that does happen in your brain, it gunks up the electrical pathways. And I am trying to upgrade this so that this doesn't cut off. So hang on one second. I don't know. I did not know it was going to do that. I am so sorry, guys. If this cuts off, if you would just log back in, because I am seeming unable to do this. So if this cuts off, then just we will start the call again and log back in.